like Thursday night next week for between the clergy and you, and the people are gonna come. See, in Iran they have such thing, they call it, shoot, what is the word they use? But basically it's like a debate. Yeah,
oh, a debate, yeah.
So they oftentimes people love that because this way they kind of put their brain in the clergy because they have so much love and trust in clergy. Kind of people having pastors, as you know.
Yeah.
So they want you to have a debate, and the people will listen to see, okay, who is right,
who's wrong.
So they arranged that. And me and my cousin, we went to, it was actually a kind of a large store that they have cleared one area and everything. And these are all people sitting on the floor. So the clergy, and he had like a deputy. And he starts, you know, he's like very arrogant and very serious, you know. I mean, they take these religious matters very, very serious. Not like United States that a lot of us, we just, you know, don't take it very seriously. So he goes like this, he said, like Baha'i faith is one of the false religions and is actually like a political movement just to divide Islam. They speak really beautifully. I mean, their manner of speech, I would say, is very professional, you know. And then he goes, to give you an example, as well as showing how their writings are. In this book, which was supposed to be, is from Baha'u'llah, who is supposed to be their main prophet, you know. Just look how he teaches. He said, blind thyself so that you may see. Deaf yourself so that you may hear. So he goes all of this, and then he said, now, with anybody having like a little brain, how can you make yourself blind and then see? And so all of people is like, that's a big joke, you know, how could this be a prophet? Then he goes to the next subject. The Bab says that, Abdul Baha said that the Bab has no education, you know, they went to school. I mean, they know this stuff by the book, by the page, very carefully. And then he goes, this is the downbreakers, you know, Mata'ul Anwar, page so and so. And he tells it to his deputy, give me the Mata'ul Anwar. So he gives it to him, and he opens the page. He said, in this page, Nabil Zarandi says that the Bab went to school, you know, had like preliminary schooling and so forth. I mean, things like that they find. So the conclusion is that this religion is so ridiculous that they teach you to be blinded so you can see, and get deaf so you can hear, and become dumb so that you can speak. And then one side it says never went to school, one side says that he had schooling. I mean, they find things like that. Now but it was so intense, I cannot tell you that unless you're in that atmosphere, it's really like Christ being
crucified,
ready to be crucified, because the way they have taught these people, this clergy, they have brainwashed them so much that the things that we really would laugh about it and wouldn't even think about it serious, to them is so serious. And in Sangasari dialogue, I told my cousin, I said, they're going to kill us in here. I mean, just the two of us. Look at this crowd. I mean, just by looking at their eyes, it's like they're just ready for the clergy to say, you know, this is jihad, you know, that's like for the good of Islam.
Holy war.
So yeah, I could see. So then I decided, again, my cousin said, you do the talking, you know. If it is technical, I can help you. But then I said to him, I said, frankly, you know, we're all brothers, we're all Iranians. I was born in the Baha'i family, so naturally I became very familiar with the Baha'i faith, you know. And you were, you know, born in the Muslim faith, and you studied about Muslim faith, so you know a lot about it. But I can tell you that Baha'i faith that I grew up, you know, they never talk about politics. Again, I started telling them about the teachings. I said, all the meetings I have been to, they just say prayers, they play good music, they praise Islam, they praise the Muhammad, the highest prophet, and there's, you know, so I start saying all the good things that I can think of. But I said, frankly, to this day, I haven't found anything in the Baha'i faith that I could see, you know, pretty much Baha'u'llah used that argument in when he was in a very dangerous situation almost, I remember that Baha'u'llah insisted, he said that the Bab has not said anything contrary to the Islam. In other words, emphasized
anything bad about it.
That's why I said, if you look at Baha'u'llah's writing, you see how much he praises Islam and how important it is. But I would be more than glad in other meetings we get together and study more in detail the things that His Honor has mentioned about the Baha'i faith, So that was really the only way I could think that, you could survive.
Yeah.